Good morning. Hey everybody, welcome to my first, well, it's my second show, but it's my first official show of Aquaponics on a budget. And you can tell I'm really excited. I made this whole set here for us to be working right now, and next week I'm gonna build some other stuff, so it'll help us get along a little bit better. But like I promised, this system right here, it's a single barrel aquaponics system. You can use it for single barrel hydroponics. You can do peaponics, which actually I'm going to do with this one is actually use peaponics in here. And I know it sounds gross, but it's really not. You're just after your ammonia. Ammonia is what they feed on. We talked about that last week. So anyway, but next week we're going to build this right here. And I'm going to give you the materials list today and give you all week to come up with the materials, and then we'll build it together next week, and which is awesome. Let me go ahead and give everybody just a second to get in here and welcome everybody and give a little bit of update. We're working on the addition for the house. Of course, that's why I put down this set, you know, over here to the side, away from the addition, so that we'll always have a place to film and build stuff together. And when we move the aquaponics, we're just going to turn the camera some, and we'll move it that way. And when we're building the pool system, so we'll be able to, you know, just turn the camera and be right there. But anyway, Krista's in there fielding the questions right now. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Alabama Homestead will be answering them for you. Or if there's one that she can't answer, she'll holler at me. But she's doing homeschool at the same time, so you know how it is. All right, let's go ahead and go through our materials list. First thing you're going to need is a barrel. I know you're thinking, where am I going to get a barrel? Looking at Craigslist for we have something called the buy-sell bulletin. Just looking for these food grade used barrels. Try to get food grade because you're not sure what's been in the barrels before. But food grade will be, you know, you don't have to worry about your fish or your plants you're going in there because you don't want the chemicals leaching in there. But if you can't get a food grade, which I don't suggest doing this, but you can take vinegar, which even with food grade, I suggest clean out with vinegar, and use a lot of vinegar and actually soak it into the pores, and it should clean out whatever is in the barrel. But, you know, get a food grade and just use a little bit of vinegar and clean it out. Vinegar won't hurt your fish. It'll be good for the system. All right, so, and you can find these used barrels all the time. They're about from now the market's gone up a little bit. They're about $20 to $25, but you can find them as cheap as $10. But food grade is usually a little bit more. So that's what I paid, actually $20 a piece for these barrels. But they all came with hot sauce in them, so hot sauce, you know, I knew wasn't harmful to the fish, so I cleaned it out, and they're good to go. Which, go ahead and clean it out before the show because I'm not going to show you that part of it. But go ahead and rinse it out. We'll have to do a final scrubbing in here, but that will be later on. All right, let's get into a little bit of our materials list that we're going to need. Get you a nice cold drink in my new glass. All right, you're going to need some 1/2-inch scrap pieces of PVC pipe. 1/2-inch scrap pieces, or you can buy it brand new. It doesn't matter. We're not going to need much. I don't know if you can see these little pieces right here, but I'll show you at the end of the show when I can move the camera a little bit more. Right now it's set up for Brad taught me 2/3. 2/3 means my eyes are about this far away from the top of the screen. All right, but we're gonna need our 1/2" PVC pipe. Scrap, I would say about 4 feet, maybe 4 feet of them. All right, we're gonna need a 3/4 inch male and female. Well, you don't even have to get female. Just get 3/4 inch male. It's not necessary we do this part, but we will do this part to show you. But if you want to get a male and female 3/4 inch threaded caps, that's fine. We'll do both parts. But you don't. It's not required. All you need is just the 3/4 inch male threaded in, and I'll give you a good view of that. And then you're going to need a reducer, 3/4 inches to 1/2 inch, just like that. And that actually will go right into that piece. And I'll explain where these go in the show, but you're going to need this no matter what. And you're going to need 1 1/2 inch teeth. 4 1/2 inch elbows. 4 of them. 4. Here's another style of 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch reducer. You're going to need 2 1/2 inch caps. You're going to need 2 2-inch caps. These are not 2-inch, but they'll work. These are actually 1.5 inches. 1.5 work too. I wouldn't go 1 1/4 because they're just too small, but 1.5 inches, 2-inch caps. And you can get the flat bottoms. They work better if you can find them. But if you can find only round bottom, don't worry about it. That's what all these are, is round bottom caps. And what they do is they'll just sit on the bottom a little bit. All right, you're going to need a bigger than 3/4 inch flat butterfly bit. I mean, it's got a specific job, and you're not going to be drilling anything with it, so it can be a dull, old bit, but you just want this flat part to be there, because, you know, I don't care about these grooves right there. I don't care about the point. All I'm caring about is this flat part, and of course I'll explain that to you later too. You're going to need some PVC cutters, which a hacksaw work just fine. Be a little harder to keep up with this with a hacksaw, but we'll use this. A pair of channel locks, my rusty pair. Yeah, I know. I leave them last place I use them, so I always know where they are. A tape measure. Gonna need a tape measure. Gonna need a permanent marker. Permanent marker, because you're gonna have to mark on the barrel, and then you're actually gonna have to cut the barrel, and you can use a jigsaw, preferably a jigsaw, for, you know, cutting the sections out of, and which you'll see in just a minute, of the barrel. What's up, little baby? What are you doing in here? My dog is a big dog, and his name is Bam Bam, and he stands, you know, like if this was the ground. He stands probably this high, and he has a girlfriend which is a Chihuahua, you know, kind of a wire-faced Chihuahua. Could be a terrier, but they had puppies, and now there's a miniature Bam Bam. He's only about this tall and looks just like him, but like a mini me. So he just come in here. He doesn't come around here very often. He's the neighbor's dog, but he'll come by and visit. We call him Baby Bam Bam, but he's really a mini me Bam Bam. But I'm sorry, I'm off subject. But anyway, we're going to be cutting out the barrel, and you're also going to need a drill. It can be a quarter drill or a fully charged drill. And we're also going to need a drill bit that is bigger than this blade. If you look sideways, see that it's bigger. It ain't gonna matter if it's, you know, you want to get it kind of close, but bigger is good because you can take that, drill a hole, stick the jigsaw blade in there, and turn it anyway to start your cut. But you're gonna need a fully cut charge drill because we're gonna have to drill several holes, and that's it. That's, oh, I'm sorry. You're also gonna need a pump, which I did not bring my pump, but I'll show you this one in here in just a few minutes. It's I think it's like 3 gallons per hour or something pump. Just a cheap one. You can get them from Lowe's for $19.99. Lowe's, Home Depot, someplace like that. And they usually have like a year or 2-year warranty. So it's pretty awesome. But anyway, it's they also sell the tubing for that, and you go back there to the back to the tubing section in Lowe's or Home Depot, or I'm sure other big box stores will have them too. But go back there in the tubing, and you're also going to need a 3-foot section of that tubing, which I'll show you in a little bit. But anyway, that's all the materials that you're going to need to build your single barrel hydroponic, aquaponic, peaponic. You know, you can just have it as a flood system. I could actually put a flood cap on there so the water goes underneath the cap. Like this is your cap, and you have your pipe right there, and the water would come underneath and then go in, so you could grow your duckweed. So this could be a pure duckweed grower if you were trying to mass produce duckweed, or they fish down there and just feed them the duckweed, and it's a self-sustaining fish aquarium. But whatever you want to do with it, we're going to try the peaponics and let y'all stick around for that. Then the following week, we're going to get a materials list ready for, I know you can't see it that well, but for this aquaponics on wheels. This is something, it's my invention. It's just a 2-barrel, which is, 2 barrels, you buy 2 barrels, and it's small enough that you can wheel it in and out of a sliding glass door or a garage, and you could just very easily move them in and out of tight areas, roll them around, roll them on the deck, you roll them to the sunny spot in wintertime, move them over here, finding the perfect spots for this. And the reason they're going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy, but if you get the casters, and we'll go through all that, you can roll them around anywhere. We move them around in the greenhouse. But I got this one set up and running so that y'all can see, not this next week, but the following week when we get the materials list and we build one of these. Now on the Bearponics, it's probably going to take us longer than 30 minutes, but we're going to stay live till we're done and it's up and running like this, so I'm estimating 45 minutes to an hour tops. So standard show time, and we'll build this whole thing. All right, but back to the Aquaponics on wheels. This is one where you have, I did it this way on purpose so that you can grow duckweed in half of it, but you could have 2 flooding drains. Of course, we'll go into more details about the flooding drains and then the overflow valves as we get more advanced into aquaponics. But most of these things I saw that there was a need for it, and I just kind of kept playing around with it until I figured out something that would work. So, but anyway, this is for, you grow your fish down in the bottom tank, and you grow their food in the flooded area. Of course, you could grow your lettuces and stuff like that, stuff that don't mind living in a very aerated water. It's a flood bed, so you can have a floating raft there growing your duckweed and lettuce in there. And then the other one is the pebbles, rocks, clay balls, anything you want to use as a media in the other one, so you can grow your vegetables, your tomatoes, your, you know, we have grown just about everything in aquaponics and have not found something that doesn't grow well. I mean, moringa doesn't like water. I mean, it doesn't like to be flooded, uh, you know, sitting in water. But they grow. I got one right now that's it's probably 6 foot tall, sticking out of there. You know, just growing, growing, growing. So, but we haven't found anything yet. We're gonna try growing corn and rice and wheat and just see, just push the limits of it. And I'd like y'all to join us in trying to grow different things, because they grow so fast and they grow so well, you know. So it's just a very efficient system. Anyway, back to the flood drains. In our rocks, you know, like I'm saying, we can grow anything, your spices, your herbs, medicinal herbs, anything in there. So you can have fish in a salad, you know, for dinner, fish and some steamed vegetables. You know, so it's just an efficient grower. It would not produce enough for to feed a family, but you could probably get a meal a week out of it. You know, so that's pretty good. You know, for this much space, you know, so if you added up, this much space would be a meal a week. You know, so if you had 7 of them, you see my point. Makes you think, don't it? So, but this barrel ponics, you won't believe how much we're going to grow in this. We're going to grow tomato, a cucumber, a squash. We'll throw some herbs in there. I don't even know. We might try an okra. And let me get out of the way. Let y'all see the bag the vegetables doing back there. I had them giant. I don't know if you can see them right down there. Those giant leaf things. They start with a P. I don't know the exact name, but they get huge. The leaves literally get about the size of me, and they're edible. So, but the problem is, once they get the size of me, they get little stickers on them, like thorns, and you have to be careful with those thorns to be able to eat them. But anyway, that's the one right beside it that I have to clean out. It went to seed, so our sponsors are fixing to get some of those seeds, and you know that plant would feed a family. I'm not kidding. It would feed a family if you find some way cooking. I tried it at every stage, small leaves, big leaves. You know, when it's dried out some, trying to see if it sweetened up or anything. But it always had a acid flavor, like what was that? A blue kale. Well, stronger than a blue kale. Maybe the red kale flavor. And but anyway, our sponsor is getting some of those. The okra pods right here. I've kind of been taking over an okra. I need to harvest those and dry them out for seeds. But our sponsors are fixing to get an okra pod too. So, but you can see the garden is growing well. We have zucchini down there, tomatoes. These are our wintertime tomatoes. And I hope everybody, when I was giving everybody advice, go ahead and plant your second crop of tomatoes, I hope they planted them. Because they would look like this right now if you planted them when I said to plant them. So they would be about this high. Right here. It'd be about this high right here. So if you're going, and we just string those up as they go. And those are our wintertime tomatoes. There's more, but you can't out of sight. The following month, our sponsors are going to get. We're going to try to get everybody a banana tree. Uh, so we're gonna try. I'm gonna count the babies and sponsors and make sure they have enough. If not, then I definitely will uh, uh, be building up on them so I can give one away to everybody, because if everybody wants one. But we're gonna give away stevia cuttings. Everybody knows I've been stocking up on stevia cuttings, the mint cuttings. Next few months I get cranberries, and I just lots of seeds and lots of plants. But next week, watch my videos next week. One day next week, I'm going to build a kind of a bench that I can work in barrels, because you know they're round, they're hard to work on, and if I had a bench that I could sit them in, kind of like this, but you know a little smaller, where I could set them in long ways, and then be able to mark them, you know, line them up exactly perfect, and be able to mark them and cut them in half. I mean, they have a line in them, but you don't want to cut halfway on that line, because your two spouts are there, and you need your spouts for drainage. Uh, this one right here is actually one I actually built probably 4 years ago. Hey, look, it's still running. But I use these grommets right here, and you know, I didn't realize that these caps had the caps that go on top of the blue barrels had a 3/4 inch threaded uh, female on them. So you live and learn. But anyway, I use these grommets, and you can use these grommets. They hold a 1/2 inch pipe. I mean, you got to work them in there, but that's the point of it. Getting them on like that. But you put that through your barrel, and it's difficult to do that. And if y'all want me to do that one day, I'll show you. It's not really necessary, but I got these grommets from Granger, and if you want to go through the side of a barrel or anything, you know, these grommets right here work, and I'll go ahead and give you that. It's part number 774136G. I'll try to show you a little bit closer there. These came from Granger, and but if you want these grommets to get through your barrel sideways or anything, you work these into the barrel, into the side or just the bottom or the top, and you get them so that this groove right there is, the plastic is in between that groove, so it's completely sealed around there. And then you work your PVC pipe through there, and you have a sealed fitting. So that's how these grommets work. But if you're needing in our other aquaponics, the big system, I use them to flood all the other beds through the IBCs. So you're going to need some if you're going to go through all our series, and you're even going to need some for this the Aquaponics on wheels. So if you're going to build all these systems with me, then you probably should go ahead and order some of these, because it might take a couple of weeks to get to you, and I don't want you to be behind and not have them. So they sell them in packs of 10. If you buy them individually, you can go buy these individually at Lowe's, and it's like $10 for one of these that's the right size, and the rest are all different sizes. You know, they're for other things. I haven't figured out a use for all the other ones, but these, you know, but from Granger, you go there and these are about $3 each, and you know, so it's a lot better price. And you get 10 of them. So well, I think this whole bag of 10, well, I have to say it probably was close to $25, $30, unless they change prices, or I'm just completely mistaken. But you know, I have several of these. But anyway, we're going to need a pair of scissors too. I'm sorry, I forgot them before. Check on their time, see how we're doing. Oh, we only got 5 minutes. So everybody, y'all get ready. This is going to be fun, building these single systems. And please take a video of them, and I will make a collage of everybody putting these together. Just a short clip of everybody putting their single barrel together, and I'll make a video of everybody doing it together, and we'll have a collage of videos of everybody doing this, and I think that'd be really neat. And we'll show everybody else, that you can do stuff, you can build stuff online. Right. So, I mean, true, you're going to have to sit there and cover your ears sometimes when I'm running this jigsaw, but hopefully you're sitting there cutting it with me at the same time, and you're not worried about hearing my jigsaw going. You're just cutting yours at the same time. So, and I think that would be really neat if we had like 30 or 40 of these built at the same time. That would be amazing. I mean, that would just, well, even if 5 people built these at the same time, that would be awesome. I would be excited. And I know if you're watching the show, you're already sold on aquaponics a little bit. You're already curious about it. You're already wondering about it. Let me tell you, I've been growing for 21 years professionally. I have not found an easier way to grow than aquaponics. There's nothing. You get the best dirt, best compost, best everything. True, it grows just as well as these plants, but I don't have to water them. And siphon's working. It's not me making that noise. That's our siphon, the tea siphon. We're going to be building one of those. But to see how it was breaking the siphon right now, it's making that sucking sound. But back to the aquaponics, I don't have to water the plants. I just have to come in and prune them, make sure that the plant's getting everything it needs. And I'm going to show you a couple of secrets that will guarantee your plant's getting everything they need, and even most likely be able to supply you the plants that will stabilize your system. So, some of the stuff I've learned, some of the stuff I was taught. I had a great teacher. Her name was Gina, and of course, Rob Bob's backyard farming. I watched all his videos about aquaponics. He's the expert on aquaponics, but he was doing the amateur stuff like this, and with IBCs and all that, and then he got bigger, and he actually was able to get the equipment that he needed. Of course, these systems worked fine for him for years. So, but if you don't know who that is, go check out Rob Bob's backyard gardening, and he's done all kinds of aquaponics. And I enjoy his videos. He's an Australian dude, and we've done a few live shows together. Really great personality. He's running one of those man beards right now, so he's pretty funny. But there's so many other aquaponic channels that I'm leaving out that I've learned from. But we will get into, and as we go along with these classes, we will get into different kinds of systems, misting systems, air systems, where the air is pumping the water and all that kind of stuff. But we'll get into all that. We got nothing but time to learn as much as we possibly can together. I mean, there's some stuff I know, but there's some stuff that we'll just get the parts and we'll try it together. Hopefully it works. Usually it does work. The sun's coming up now, so y'all can see why I have to do my show early in the morning, so that I don't burn up. But hey, everybody, go get your parts, get your supplies, and y'all come on. This will be fun. We'll build a little aquaponic system. You can get one of those trash can dollies at Lowe's and whatever, and put it underneath a single barrel. And they make them for these, for the barrels, for trash cans. and it's kind of like a dolly. You can roll it around your deck, roll it around your house, roll it in and out outside, you know, during winter and summertime. This could be another aquaponics on wheels, except they supply the wheels for you. That's a great idea. I just thought of that. So, but anyway, we're on our 30 minutes. Y'all go get your parts, and we'll see you back here next week. Same time, same channel. Oni Ove Ocha means I love you in Hebrew. Later, guys.